This is your WCIA 3 forecast first.
Well, good evening to you. Those puffy white cumulus clouds out there once again through this afternoon, producing some areas of showers and thunderstorms throughout the course of the day today. Let's take a look at the Storm Tracker Dolphin. You can see the very isolated hit and miss showers. Just kind of depends upon where you are. If you're getting some of that rain, we were looking off to the east on that camera shot on our Flooring America Brasher weather camera. St. Joe, a little bit of rain, and that was the little shower that we were taking a peek at there. More of these little showers will continue to kind of move across the area. See this one kind of moving to the west, a little different direction than we normally see. Very warm once again, mid-80s, the moisture in place. Don't be surprised if you catch another isolated shower or storm here through this evening. More about the rest of the week. A really hot weekend forecast to share with you coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
That this expert could give us, that is a death of this child, that is not Jessica Logan killing this child.
That was the prosecution's closing argument before the door was shut on a murder case spanning 2 years. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Rusko. Today, a jury in Macon County found 27-year-old Jessica Logan guilty of suffocating her 19-month-old son, Jaden Comage. Our Target 3 investigator, Renee Cooper, spent the day in court. She's live in the newsroom now. Renee, Logan was actually the first person to take the stand today.
The defense began by painting a picture of a challenging childhood. In fact, the only time I noticed real emotion come over her face is when she was asked about her mother's passing. She didn't look emotional at all when talking about her son's death. She says on October 7th, 2019, she went into his room in the middle of the night and found him dead. Police arrested Logan later that month after discovering a Google search for the words, "How do you suffocate?" on her phone from the day before. On the stand today, Logan said that search happened during a conversation with family on the 7th, a few hours after her son's death.
What was this conversation about?
How he passed.
Okay. Did you guys...
How he could have passed.
Okay. How he could have passed.
Yes.
You guys didn't know how he passed.
No.
The prosecution showed the courtroom both Logan's phone record and another record pulled from Google. Both show that search happened on October 6th. When the prosecuting attorney asked how her account of it happening the next day was possible, she said she didn't know. The jury took about 2.5 hours to deliberate. Coming up at 6, I'll share more of the evidence that led to today's first-degree murder conviction, plus the highly contested motive. Back to you.
All right, Renee, thank you. We'll see you at 6. Decatur police are asking for help finding this missing child. Authorities say 12-year-old Tasha Allen was last seen June 7th near East Division in Lober. She has black hair and brown eyes, 5'4", weighs about 130 pounds. She was last seen wearing blue ripped jeans and a blue short-sleeve shirt. She had her hair in a red ponytail. Here's an update for you. Skeletal remains found in a field in Brownstown have been identified. The Fayette County coroner says they belong to 33-year-old Joel Mason. He's from Texas, but used to live in Clinton. Mason was reported missing out of Fayette County last year. Authorities are still looking into that death. 2 people are dead after a crash in Christian County. It happened yesterday near County Roads 500 East and 500 North. Authorities say a 95-year-old driver didn't stop at a stop sign. A semi-truck hit him and he was thrown from his car. A 92-year-old woman was also in the car. She was airlifted to the hospital where she died. Police say the driver of the semi wasn't hurt. A Paris man is dead after a shooting last night. That happened on West Arthur. 31-year-old Matthew Morgan died at the hospital. Witnesses told police he was shot after an argument with a neighbor. That person is now in custody. Their name hasn't been released. Paris and state police are investigating. Illinois is scheduled to fully reopen Friday. That means all capacity limits from the pandemic are lifted. Tomorrow night, we look back on the crisis and dig into how we are moving forward in a 1-hour special, The Road to Recovery. Our Capitol Bureau Chief, Mark Maxwell, is live from Springfield with a preview of that. Mark, you sat down with 2 people who steered the state through this.
Jennifer, it's hard to believe it was nearly 450 days ago now that Governor Pritzker delivered that statewide order to stay home. And in the days and months to follow, we would hear from Pritzker and Dr. Ngozi Ezike day after day, with a lot of different comments as the news would start to change, their guidance would shift. But I don't believe we've ever heard from them like this before. We went and met with both of them, sitting down one-on-one in each of their offices to reflect on these last 15 months, all the challenges, the controversies, the difficulties, and those decisions between bad and worse, and the road ahead. Both of them were quite candid in our interviews, and both said, yes, there are things they would probably do differently if they knew then what we know now.
Nobody campaigns thinking about a global pandemic is going to come and you're going to have to do things to keep people alive.
Unfortunately, the things that would actually minimize morbidity and mortality also would cause significant social changes and or disruptions.
Some interesting remarks from Dr. Ezike, who said that some of the different states, as they were trying different things, it was kind of like an experiment. But starting Friday, sports venues, stadiums, concerts, bars, restaurants, all of them, you can pack as many people inside as you can, at least as many as the fire marshal would allow. Dr. Ezike cautioned you may still see people wearing a mask in public. That depends on their vaccination status, their medical risk tolerance, whatever their personal preference may be. And she encouraged people that a little bit of kindness can go a long way, and just showing some patience with people as they may still have different comfort levels adjusting to this new return to normal. We have that coming up tomorrow night at 6:30. Another preview of that interview, some excerpts coming up at 6. Jennifer?
All right, Mark, thank you so much. And don't miss our 1-hour special, The Road to Recovery. It starts tomorrow night at 6:30. Now, your vaccination card can serve as your ticket for the Sangamon County Fair this year. Got your shots? You get in free. It's one of the county's strategies to encourage people to get immunized. Sangamon County is in line with the entire state. 45% of the population is vaccinated there. But public health officials were hoping for a bigger number.
We were certainly hoping for, over 50, 60%, ideally looking up to 70, but we're happy. We're happy that this is working, and we just don't want people to lose momentum or, just not have an opportunity to vaccinate if it just comes into their head right at that time. We want to be there.
The county is planning on introducing a few other state-sponsored vaccine promotions. Also, once you're inside the fair, there won't be any differences whether you are vaccinated or not. Health officials in Douglas County say they are concerned there aren't enough people in the Amish community getting vaccinated. The Public Health Department holds vaccine clinics every week, but they say hardly any Amish people show up. Health officials say there's a lot of misinformation spreading in those areas, and they say it's caused by a general mistrust in the vaccine.
We've tried several different outreach efforts. We tried to put on a clinic just for folks with transportation challenges and things, and only had like 4 people show up.
She says they'll keep trying by bringing out more mobile clinics to large gatherings in Amish areas. They believe, though, health officials believe the key to getting that community vaccinated will be working with trusted Amish leaders. Here's a look at today's COVID numbers statewide. 44% of the state, like we said, now fully vaccinated. A total of 11.7 million shots have been given out. 50,000 of those were given out yesterday. The daily average is close to about 46,000. There are now 400 new cases. 23 more people have died. The state's 7-day positivity rate is sitting at 1.3%. This is a follow-up. More medical news. Some caregivers are celebrating a new drug as a win in the fight against Alzheimer's. We told you about aducanumab earlier this week. It's the first new drug for the disease in 20 years. But critics and even the FDA's advisory board say it didn't show enough benefits for approval. Still, officials with the Illinois Alzheimer's Association say the drug is different to existing meds. They say it actually slows down the disease for those in the early stages. Excuse me, meds on the market suppress some symptoms, but don't necessarily buy more time.
This drug actually changes the underlying pathology of Alzheimer's in the brain. It clears out amyloid protein, which is, there's too much of it in the brains of people with dementia.
She says this is huge for people living with Alzheimer's. It can give them more time with family, more time to plan for the future, and the chance to live independently a bit longer. President Biden easing Europe for his first foreign trip as president, who he's planning on meeting with, and the 8-day visit. Plus, job openings are surging to record levels. How many employers are looking to fill open spots?